In life, learn to know when things are for you and not for you, right? When I was in school, we had a friend that can sense danger microseconds before it happens. All right. So if we're doing something that the school is against, all right, this was like secondary school days, right? And maybe there was classes going on, and the class is boring, and some of us sneaked out of the class. We go behind the class and we're gisting. In the middle of the gist, the guy can just get up and leave. If he leaves before you count 10 seconds, 10 seconds, the authorities are there to catch everybody making noise there. So when we've discovered this about the guy, once we're doing anything and the guy gets up, all of us will get up and follow him. And through, within few seconds, you will see somebody there that is meant to, apprehend us. So that taught me a lesson, right? That this guy is special. He was born with it. We've asked him, how do you know? He said he doesn't. He just feels that there's something about to happen, and he doesn't have time to tell everybody and explain it. He just gets up and leaves. How many times have you heard that they apprehended armed robbers and the leader ran away? You understand? That's how I understood why the leader is always able to escape. The guy that is coercing everybody, let's go for robbery, let's go. That's the first guy to escape. He was born with the instinct. You don't know who his father is, whether his father is Anini, the greatest armed robber in the history of Africa. You don't know his father? Do you know who his uncle is? Some people, they are coming from families where at least 5 of their men in that family are in prison. At least have gone to jail. You understand? So he's coming with genetic advantage to robbery. He knows when to go. This just tiny microsecond decision is able to escape. So sometimes people don't know when things are for them. That's how people fail. I'll give you another example. I had a friend, an older friend, that wanted to join Yahoo internet fraud. So he went and met his uh, cousin that was already into it. And those days it was not internet fraud. It was like more like 419. That's what they call it that time. So he went to meet his cousin that was already into it. So his cousin, when he told his cousin everything, his cousin told him to come the next day. When he came the next day, his cousin told him, "Look, bro, you're not cut out for this. And you are my cousin, you're my brother. We grew up together. And I'm telling you for real, you are not cut out for this. Don't go into it." You understand? If you go in, you may not come out. So he took the advice because he knew the guy advising him. And he tells me till today that it was the best advice he ever received. Because the kind of person he is if you pull hand, you go the panic. Before you know it, they don't catch him. They don't catch him. So that's the way it is in life. If you are going into any business, so many people go into land because real estate, because it's what they're advertising. You are seeing at the advert online. You just carry your money and put into real estate. But you're actually better at fashion design. Money you would have used to strengthen your fashion design business. You put it in real estate. You don't even understand how to buy land. You don't know the process. Nothing. You just carry your money, put there. Before you know it, it will turn out that you bought land that they have already sold to 7 people. You are the eighth person buying the same piece of land or more. You don't even know where to start fighting the case. Do you understand? There are many businesses people go into and they don't know how to go. This social media of content creation, do you know how many content creators have gone to jail? It's not for them. They are too truthful. When we are online now saying things, there is a way we bend words and some information you skip. But some people are not like that. They are too blunt. You go and say the one that will put you in. There's a guy that has been in. Do you know Ijele? There's a guy called Ijele. If you don't know him, don't worry. But there's a guy that has been in prison for almost 1 year now for what he said in his mouth. What he said in his mouth. Content creator. No, people have forgotten him. Everybody has tried everything to bring him out there, but the person that put him in prison is too powerful. And the guy, what he said in his mouth is too bad. So there's no way to help him. He's rotting in jail. Not all businesses are for everybody. You need to know the kind of things that will work for you, and then you reinforce it. You go and study it, you do apprentice on it, you invest in it. The ones that will work for you, the ones that can't work for you. So we run a crypto education platform, right, where we advise you on which crypto to invest. We take you through the process of how to do the investment. Within 5-10 minutes, people that have never invested in crypto are able to invest, right? You're not investing in the platform teaches you how to invest. But do you know how many times I've told people to give up? This is not for them. Look, let me show you. Look at this. You see, I was chatting with this guy. You see, I told him to give up. Look at the other guy. I said, give up, bro. The reason is when you are chatting with somebody, at a point you might realize that they are not cut out for crypto investments. All right. The whole Investor Path platform is built around you investing and going to sleep. You understand? You leave it there for months to breathe. Just like land. When you buy land, you don't go the next day to start worrying about the price of land the next day. You invest in land, you wait for 6 months, 1 year. Some people wait for 10 years. Some are investing for their children 20, 30 years, knowing that, yes, it's going to be a future. That is the mindset of investing in crypto. So the cryptos that Investor Pass hands picks for you are cryptos that fall into this category that will do better over time. All right. The ones that will not do better, the ones that will do better on the short term are high risk. Investor Path will label it for you that this is high risk. Okay. So, but when somebody is trying to invest, there's a way they will ask questions and you will know that this guy is going to panic after the first 2 seconds. You know, the way Bitcoin. Let me even show you this other one before I continue. See, give up, best advice. Give up, bro. This thing is not for you. See, you see. So the way Bitcoin does is it goes up today, comes down, goes up today, come down. If you don't have the mindset to just ignore all that and go check it months later, what you're going to notice is that as it's going up and coming down, it will match with your heart rate. So when it's coming down, you start panicking. Many people sell when it's coming down and then they lose all their money. You're not supposed to, when it's a good asset, you don't sell when the price is low. You don't ever sell. In fact, the Naira price doesn't matter. If you bought 2 Bitcoins, the price in Naira doesn't matter really until you click sell. When you click sell, then the price in Naira will matter. So some people are not cut out for that. There was a civil servant that met me and he was saying, how much will crypto be paying him per month? I said, it's not per month. He said, it's a scam. I said, yes, don't go. Don't proceed until you fully understand this thing. Now you don't understand. You think it's Ponzi. Any business that they'll be paying you profit per month is a scam. Any business. You understand? In some countries, government backs Ponzi. Some banks are running Ponzi, and it's government backed. All right. The reason government backs it is because if it collapses, government will support it. Outside that, individuals, when they will tell you, will pay you 5% returns. But if you have your money in any such business right now, go and take it out because it's going to collapse. There's no business that gives you 1,000,000% guarantee on weekly returns or monthly returns. No. When you're investing in stocks, you go through a number of things and you predict that this company is going to do well on the long term. That's why you put your money there. There was one guy that when they founded Apple, right? Apple company, the ones that built iPhone, Steve Jobs, them. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. There was a third guy, I've forgotten his name, that invested, their first investor. The guy invested $800 then. $800 would be the equivalent of, say, $10,000 now, you know, that kind of thing, 1980s. So before you know it, the first challenge that Apple company met, the guy rushed and sold his $800 share and cashed out. Probably cashed out $1,000 from 800. To him, he made sense. He made money. People are calculating that $800 now, and they found out that it's worth over $100 billion. The $800 he sold is now worth over 100 billion, not million, $1 billion. If he hadn't sold, the guy is so broke now. His total net worth in the world, if they add his house, his land, everything he owns, is less than $1 million. The man is still alive. He panicked and sold when the company was still starting. So when it comes to crypto, if you know that you panic and sell too soon, don't go. No, it's not for you. And sometimes when I tell people it's not for them, to prove me right, they start arguing with me. Some of them start cussing. Somebody spent last night cussing at me because I told him not to invest. I said, Shebi Namite talked about